I'm Nick Snow, watching Government for Oil and Gas Journal in Washington, D.C. If anyone wants to consider where oil and gas product distribution can go haywire, the recent domestic propane, quote, perfect storm, end quote, bears examination. That was why a U.S. House Energy and Commerce subcommittee included it in a March 6th fuel supply and infrastructure hearing. Our inadequate energy infrastructure is already causing problems, Committee Chairman Fred Upton, a Republican from Michigan, declared in his opening statement. This winter's regional propane shortage throughout Michigan and much of the Midwest is a case in point. Propane from natural gas has been the fastest growing domestic production component. U.S. Energy Information Administration Chief Adam Szymanski said. Supplies broke records almost weekly in 2013 as a result of increased oil and gas drilling, he told the committee's Energy and Power subcommittee. That rapid growth made the U.S. a net propane exporter, Szymanski said in his written testimony. Exports reached 402,000 barrels a day in December as imports hit 121,000 barrels a day via tanker into the Northeast and through pipelines from Canada into the Midwest, particularly Minnesota and Michigan, he indicated. Agriculture and other industries are the largest propane and propylene markets, but it's also used heavily in rural areas without natural gas service, Szymanski said. Residential and commercial demand has a strong seasonal pattern, with a winter peak to meet heating needs, he added. Szymanski said a record corn harvest last fall, combined with a wet growing season to increase Midwest propane demand. Consumption nearly reached 1 million barrels a day the week ending November 1st, a figure more typical of January or early February, when the heating season usually hits its peak, he said. Winter 2013-14 propane market challenges were aggravated because several pipelines used to bring propane from the Gulf Coast and Canada are being converted to other uses, National Propane Gas Association President Richard Roldan testified. Low preseason inventories and a colder winter added to the problem, he said. Government responses included hours of service and weight waivers, so truckers could obtain and transport distant supplies, Roldan said. The Federal Energy Regulatory Commission used emergency authority for the first time to require the Enterprise TE Products Pipeline, TEPCO, to prioritize pipeline shipments from February 7th through February 14th, he said. TEPCO voluntarily extended the order through February 21st, noted Association of Oil Pipelines President Andrew J. Black. It also asked other refined products suppliers to voluntarily defer shipments, he added. ONEOK and Kinder Morgan submitted tariffs to FERC for more propane shipments from Conway, Kansas and Mont Belvieu, Texas, Black said. There is enough pipeline capacity to transport propane supplies to where they are needed, he emphasized. More off-season purchases and storage in consuming areas could help, Black suggested. That's Watching Government for this week. In Washington, I'm Nick Snow for Oil and Gas Journal.